Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It is I, Dave Pumphouse, or you can just call me Colonel Pumpenhausen, because I'm a battalion commander in this game. All on my own, facing 3 Soviet opponents. Now this is apparently the Marienburg line, and we've got a little section here. We've got like a neighbouring command off map, kind of doing their own thing, and we're due to expect a Soviet attack coming from this way, so we'll see how our defense holds up against these 3 wise players, these 3 wise men, as they try and take our position. Now, we were given the option to lay down entrenchments. The only thing I'm really kind of worried about is this kind of exposed lot here. A couple of companies, well, a couple of platoons under first company over in Samaji, trying to kind of guard this crossroads here. We'll probably have to make them fall back as soon as they get hit over to Sopkina and Sisova, maybe plonk one in Paris. But we've got a nice little secondary fallback line and a third fallback line across the river here. I am a little bit light at the railroad, but if things hold out, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe they won't come up the railroad, but they probably will. And I guess we are pretty much defending the town of Petseri. We've got a couple of artillery batteries back here. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the Soviets to hurry up. I mean, I've been ready for about an hour before I started the stream, so we'll see how it goes. But I am streaming, so there we go. That's all nice and ready, and we just basically got to wait for Atovsky to give us some kind of contact report. Going through the map here, we've got a field telephone at Mitkovitsa, which is kind of like a little village or complex type of thing, maybe like a little mill complex or something. And also at Molnika, where we've got a couple of company commanders and mortars and everything to try and protect this line at Goradzek. But we'll see how these Soviets come at us. But we're going to maybe try and retreat like a, yeah, just kind of contract our line a bit and have it anchored on Pitalova and try and get behind this river. Like I said, if they do come up this railway line, we are a little bit weak with only a couple of machine gun platoons, but hopefully, just hopefully, we'll be okay. Now, if I was the Soviets, they probably have tanks. I would think they probably have tanks. It is Marienburg, so, and they are assaulting. So I presume they've got a few T-34s and maybe a couple of KVs, maybe even an IS at this late 1944. But yeah, if I was them, I'd probably take these heights, come through these woods here, but we've pretty much got that covered. The main area of operation, I don't think they'll be able to kind of flank us. Because if you watched yesterday's game, I was like, oh, why didn't you go the other side of the railroad and come out from the right? That was actually, the railroad was actually where we were not allowed to cross. So, yeah. But basically we were said that we could set up anywhere along here. And I just kind of decided to make a bit of a straight line defense where I could. But we'll see. We'll see how our opponents do. And all the best of luck to them. I kind of want them to win already, to be honest. Just to prove how bad I am at World War II Kriegsspiel, because it was a day yesterday with our 50% casualties, thereabouts. Wasn't a good day for Commander Pumphouse. Wasn't a good day at all. So yeah, we're just waiting for contacts. We're just waiting for start. Who knows, maybe someone might come and, hang on, maybe, instead of being in the private room, maybe we should actually be, I mean, they're still in the lobby, so they're still somehow preparing their defense, so, maybe this is us. No, it's not. Yeah, we'll just put in orders in blue 1, I suppose, when the time comes. But yeah, it's lucky I didn't start streaming an hour ago. It would have been very slow, very boring, as I kind of just plonked down these trenches anywhere. But I think they mainly are put down in good sensible positions. I mean, this is a little bit exposed, but yeah, what do you want me to do? I mean, I do want to cover the road as much as possible. Yeah, this vital junction here, because you know, if we had friendlies over here, you know, you don't want to get flanked. So we'll see how we do in this 1944 German battalion. I wonder how weak we are. Maybe we do need to kind of maybe just, you know, immediately start to collapse as soon as Mitkavista is lost, and we'll just kind of leapfrog back. We'll see how things do. What I do want to do is maybe put down artillery fire straight on Gorahova. I think that would be a decent idea. Because I think we get three rounds of artillery per battery, so we've got six rounds, 6 fire missions that we can theoretically do. Yeah, so we're going to put our defensive mindset to the test. entrenchments, but never mind. Probably also going to receive a hell of a lot of Soviet artillery when the time comes as well. You know, 1944, pretty much standard tactics and doctrine for Soviet guys to bombard with artillery and missiles and whatever. Whether Katyushas, that's it. Not necessarily missiles, but rockets, Katyusha rockets.
And also, by the way, the Soviets are taking quite a bit.
I can tell. Okay, so we've got one GRW Zug mortars at Molnica with the field telephone. We have another lot of mortars, so 3 mortar and 3 machine gun at Sarvi or Majesty. And then we have 2nd mortars in the woods just north of Sebelina, and then 1st and 2nd machine gun in these woods at Tarme and just north of the Kauj Marsh.
Oh, right.
I think that's it.
And where's the infantry platoon of the machine gun group?
Is he?
Oh yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that's him.
And can you quickly show me also where each HQ piece is located?
I seem to have lost one HQ piece. I don't know where I chucked it, but I tell you what, the 4th Machine Gun Company HQ and the 2nd Rifle are at Molnica. I am up in Sabelina, and I guess we'll have the other HQ for 1st Rifle Company at Mitkavista.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna make really so it's no hurry up, so I'm gonna give him a clear time.
Yeah, they've had an hour. Yeah, I don't know where that piece went. I chucked it somewhere. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. So, yeah, it's around here somewhere. But that's me, sitting in my little hut at Sevolina somewhere. But we're just keeping the big tags.
Okay, I gave them a clear 10 minutes.
10 minutes? That's generous, especially when they've had an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to go cut them off.
I set myself up in 10 minutes. I was like, yeah, that would fucking do. Boom, done.
Okay, it got reduced to 6 minutes then.
God, how much are you giving them? Yeah, I know it's an entire army group, but I mean, Jesus.
Well, you're going to find out.
Yeah.
You can research, go Google what the...
Well, it was the 80 seconds something, wasn't it?
Yeah, 86th rifle division.
Alright.
Is what you're going to be facing.
I thought you encouraged us not to do that yesterday. You said don't look it up.
No, you can go. Actually, this is you can go look up the attack of a division.
Yeah.
And you've been on the Eastern Front for a while, so you probably would
Sure.
know how it works.
Oh, apparently it fought near Leningrad. Oh, these are hard bastards.
Yeah. This is a pretty niche scenario, so I don't think you're going to find that much information about the specific engagement, so you're not going to go chill out.
Do you... Oh, no, never mind. Siege of Marienburg? No, that's 1400 and something. Never mind. Let's have a look and see if it's the big picture. Here we go. So on the 10th of August 1944, you were a German commander stationed on the southeastern part of Estonia. Tides turned. The Red Army has inflicted a set of serious defeats on the German army. Last year at Stalingrad and Kursk. This year, countless more. This January, your troops likely fought against the Soviet offensive which lifted the siege of Leningrad, ending a siege that killed more civilians than bombing of Hamburg, Dresden, Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. Wow, yeah. Soviet Operation Regression is still ongoing, inflicting disastrous casualties on the German army. Your forces have 10 days of respite as the most recent Soviet offensive ended, pushing your troops out of Russia back into Estonia. Another Soviet offensive is expected to begin soon. Your men desperately wonder, where is the so promised final victory? Yeah. Yada yada yada. Recent events. Okay. Current situation, the environment. Southeastern Estonia, the country of Patrici, next to the Russian border. The land is dominated by thick woods and small forests alike, with the common tree types being pine, birch and spruce. A dozen kilometres to the northeast is Lake Peipus, the 5th largest lake in Europe. Really? Oh, lovely. The ground is very flat. The country is poor and sparsely populated. Seri, the capital of the county, is populated with a few thousand. Majority of its buildings are wood, but the town blocks surrounding the Orthodox monastery and Lutheran church are made up of brick and stone. Weather is mild, between 20 and 25, so a bit like today. And yeah, it's our troops. Yada yada yada. Right. Again, we're using drafts pieces. No expense spared for the Soviets on my side. So we'll see who's coming in to knock on the door. Why didn't we
Alright, since the game is about to begin in 30 seconds, I'm gonna start with taking your orders, so...
Did you want me to use blue one? Or...
Yeah, the German defenders, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're just kind of still waiting, so I don't necessarily have any orders to give out. You know, as we're defending, I mean, it's just for us to react to the attacker, right? So, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay here.
Alright, good.
You know what? I might even take this opportunity to go to the loo again. I went an hour ago, and now it's time to go again. Ugh. And I'm back. So I should also add that because I'm a battalion commander, I don't necessarily need to give orders to individual groups. All I need to do is give orders to the company commanders. So, for example, these guys here are all first company. And all I need to do is get on the blower to first company commander, and I can just say, look, pull back to Odlishi and Malinowski, and just take up positions there, and they'll do it. He'll just pull out his platoons, and that will be that. And then if I want to get hold of second company, that can also work as well. So yeah, I don't necessarily need to give orders to individual groups. Which is great when you're a battalion commander. And then Otovsky can just put these platoons wherever he likes. Yeah. Know where you are in the order of battle and who you're giving commands to, because yeah, there's no point ordering these individual blocks around, or at least in my opinion. I mean, other people might want to micromanage and do other things, but as it was once said in a video that we did a while ago, you know, let division commanders do division things and corps commanders do corps things. There's no need to micromanage these individual blocks, although, you know, I've posted them exactly where would make sense for them to be. Now I want to make Satiku over here our secondary command post. So I might even immediately order the signals the signals company to head over to Satiku and start setting up a secondary a secondary command post already. I know it's a bit defeatist of me that we're going to be abandoning positions already, but that's where we'll fall back to if this area gets a bit hot. Whew. Until the shit starts hitting the fan. We don't know. We just don't know. But I think definitely I'm going to order next turn an artillery bombardment on the road at Gorahova, and I also probably want to put an artillery barrage on the train station at Levermay. It's probably a wise thing to do. Although technically we don't know they're coming, so as soon as I know they're coming, then I might do it. You know, let's try and play fair. I mean, because they could be coming through. And that's actually a decent little bunch of roads and paths along here. That's a decent line of communication. Interesting. Welcome back.
Oh, alright, there it is. I'm gonna send you the first update.
Woohoo!
Well, you're not going to be seeing much because
No,
you're all
no.
the way in the back, so you mostly be. It's going to be mostly all verbal for you. Alright, Right. It is 0600.
Mhm.
It's all quiet. Um, you're away in the rear at 6 a.m. in the morning, and the soldiers have been up for few hours now, preparing as they are anticipating a Red Army offensive.
Mhm.
You have gotten a call from your field telephone from both the fourth and second company commanders, who
Yeah.
report that they can personally see a large amount of smoke rounds land on the Vaslamäe hill southeast of you. The whole hill is covered in smoke,
All
and
right.
you
Lovely.
think you can actually personally see some of the smoke way in the distance. It's a really large amount.
Okay.
Other than that, there isn't anything else to report.
Uh, what I want to do then is order uh, first artillery battery to order a destruction mission on the train station at Levermay, if I can.
In leaving.
So I think that's the name of the train station. It might be Rutsey, but considering that's next to a barn, I think the name of the train station is Levermay. It's just north of
can you
Vaslame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You wanna follow an artillery barrage there?
yeah.
Okay. One of your adjutants asks you, "Are you sure, sir?" Because not that they haven't heard anything from the scouts in that area.
Yeah, do it. Just do it.
All right, understood.
I mean, if they've got, right, so they've definitely got somebody. Let's get that as minimal as we can. Definitely got somebody coming up here through here because they're thinking that I'm up on this plateau, and how wrong they are. But I'm thinking maybe they've got something coming along the railroad track as well. Probably. They've probably got something coming along the railroad track. If they haven't, I'll be surprised. So that's one destruction mission for first battery. Put a question mark on that one. And I'm surprised that we haven't had contact at Gorahova yet. And for anyone watching this at a later date, don't do a me and just ignore the umpire. He was probably saying, yeah, in his own way, there's nothing there, and you're just going to waste a load of rounds. But you know, it's a location, and I'd be very surprised the railway station wasn't one of their objectives to take and secure. And, you know, I may have just given away that I am a little bit worried about my left. You know what? I think I might even play a bit of keep away. Like I said, as soon as I'm getting word that Gorohovka or Gorohova, I'm going to make them pull out, take up positions, bomb this, bug out, bomb this, and then we'll just trickle back. We'll just trickle back and take up positions here maybe. Although if I did that, then whatever was to the right of me would likely be outflanked, so we'd have to kind of give them a message. But there's nothing there. I mean, it's just an imaginary force here, and yeah. What is our objective in fact? Is there an objective around here? So current situation. Big picture. No actual objective. I don't think he's. Current situation. Here we go. So yeah, it's just kind of us to make up our own objective. But yeah, okay, we're going to try and keep as many of these guys alive as possible.
Alright, it is 06:15. Way in the east, you can hear the devastating thunder of artillery in Livlama railway station. I haven't given you a screenshot because
Yeah,
You
it
don't
hasn't
see
changed.
anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your MG companies in the north, well, your MG platoon in the northeast report to you with a run-up. They can see the friendly artillery impacts at Livermore, but haven't sighted any enemy troops though. You begin hearing the sounds of intense gunfire way in the southeast, and you get a telephone call from the second Air Rifle Company informing you that the friendly troops near Petrovka, the friendly vanguard, have opened fire on Soviet troops that are crossing the river southeast of them en masse, and also that there are large amounts of Soviet troops marching up the hill to Vaslama after the smoke barrage has recently ended.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, okay, right, well. So he's... Hmm.
Do you have any orders?
Yeah, order 2nd Artillery to do a destruct mission on Petrovka, the woods there, and give a message to 2nd Company Command that the platoon there, just in front of Petrovka, has permission to fall back to Molnica if it needs to at any point. Right, So we know they're coming through there. We'll let them have that. We don't need to bombard that plateau. Let them do it. Ooh. I'm surprised they're not coming down this road. Or at least they're not coming down there yet. I think we may have to fall back on the other side of this river quicker than I had anticipated. Now he did say that there was a lot coming across the river here, so we'll presume that a whole company's there. We might even presume that another company is there on the plateau there. Just wondering where the second one is. Or the third one. So if there's no contact at Gorohova, we might just pull the first company out, send them to this last line of defense. is second company, isn't it? Yeah. Second platoon of second company. They drew the short straw. It's first company, third. How did I put fourth? Is that fourth down here? Yeah. So they're intermingled with machine guns. So it's funny actually, because they did actually come and to this exact point.
Alright, it is 06:30. You haven't received a new picture. To the southeast, you begin hearing intense sounds of artillery to the southeast, and you receive a call from the second rifle company informing you that their first rifle platoon west of Petrovka is still in combat with the enemy, and the rest of the friendly troops have yet to fire, and that the friendly artillery impacts are landing quite well amongst the large amounts of Soviet troops that are at the Petrovka forest.
Nice.
First platoon informs that they are holding out quite well, and also we receive a runner from the 3rd machine gun platoon and the 3rd mortar platoon who are near Magister, that they can see large amounts of Soviet troops roaming all over the hill of Vaslama.
Alright, tell first battery to put a destruction mission on that plateau at Vaslama. And that's it. Okay. He might come back. He says that the 3rd machine gun company can see a hell of a lot of them coming up. Do they want to cross the swamp?
Alright, do you have any orders?
Yeah. First battery, destruct mission on Vaslame, and I'd like the second battery of artillery to continue their destruct fire mission on Petrovka.
I think you already used up all of the artillery ammunition.
Oh really? I thought I got three rounds. No.
Yeah, but destruction mission used up everything.
Alright, fair enough.
Or was it the suppression mission you ordered earlier?
No, it was a destruct, but yeah, okay, yeah, if they've already fired, then okay, that's fair enough.
Yep.
Then no, let's the same orders as before in the fact that second company, that second platoon that's out there near Petrovka has permission to fall back to Molnica whenever it feels necessary to do so.
Alright, understood.
Okay, that was a misunderstanding. So I've used up all the artillery on potentially nothing. Okay, well it's just our wits now. It's just our wits. So maybe we got a good few hits on that company there. But where's the third company? I wonder. If they're all coming, I mean, would they be around here? There must be. There must be. There must be a third one here. Maybe they've got one over here. We can get rid of that because we ain't gonna order another fire mission on that.
It is 0645. You don't hear any sounds of artillery, but you continue hearing sounds of gunfire way in the southeast. You receive a call from the second rifle company informing you that the friendly first platoon has just been forced to withdraw from their fighting position as the enemy as enemy troops at Vaslama descended down the hill and were able to get inside their trenches. The platoon has lost 10 or men of their some manpower, but many of the men say that they were able to kill quite a few Soviet troops.
Nice.
Before they were forced to leave their position.
So what you're saying is that platoon at Petrovka has gone back to Molnica. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Nice one. Okay, let's have a look at these fire missions here. Environment, current picture. Let's have a look at the rules here. That's the rules. Artillery fire mission. 3 high explosive ammunition. That's where I got it from. Suppression mission, destruction mission. Only once per game. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I should have scrolled down. All right, fair enough. Mortars. Artillery, field telephone. Well, when they can't start coming from Petrovka, we've got mortars that can rain down on Petrovka, so that's pretty interesting. So he said that they had both of them coming through here, maybe. Still nothing there. So this is a heavy punch.
Do you have any orders?
No.
Alright. I'm actually at my PC. One sec. Let's go back to my PC. I'm just getting a drink.
No worries. So that's the only thing that we know for certain. There could be something here, maybe. I mean, they could. Seems unlikely that they're going to shove everything to punch me there. But I mean, maybe definitely next turn we need to order first company to fall back. Just to shorten our lines just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to try and play keep away then. Although we ain't got the bloody rounds for artillery to do it anymore. Right, so that's definitely taken. I mean, if we were brave, we could order a counter-attack up this way, but that'll take a while to get going, and we have no idea what they've got in the south. They probably do have another company in the woods here somewhere, I would suspect. But I think they've already given away their punch. If I was brave, I'd order a counter-attack, but I'm not. I'm just gonna keep contracting. Play keep away. Although it's weird considering he did say that they probably had aerial reconnaissance, seeing a good amount of my trenches. So I am wondering why they decided to hit right here and then assault across open ground. That is a bit weird for me. Oh well.
Alright, it is 0700. You hear sounds of artillery in large numbers to the southeast and way to the south of you. You'll receive a call from the friendly troops at Molnica, reporting that the enemy has taken over Petrovka and tried to fire more bombard with mortars the retreating friendly 1st Infantry platoon, but luckily the 1st Infantry platoon was able to retreat faster than the mortars landed.
Nice.
And now the forest of Petrovka seems to be under enemy control, and more enemy troops can be seen marching towards Vaslama. You also receive a very disturbing phone call from the command of the 1st Infantry Company, and you're able to barely understand it, as it's basically constant explosions, but you're able to understand it from it that Mitkovica is currently being bombarded by enemy artillery in great numbers.
Okay. Lovely. So yeah, they've decided to hit Mitkovica. Alright. And a hell of a lot of troops still on Vaslame. Phew. did say the first company, but I'm wondering if he meant the second. I mean, the second's already gone, so maybe the first has come back as well. Loaders. He did say first, but I'm wondering if he meant second. We'll keep that there for the moment. And that's under some heavy bombardment, so no.
Do you have any orders?
Yeah, so we'll get back on the phone to First Company and tell them to fall back and take up secondary positions at the trenches at Malinovsky. And we'll also tell Second Company to blast anything that comes out of Petrovka Woods with everything that they've got, with the assistance from the mortars.
By the way, the leaving Mitkovitsa means basically it's the commander of the first company is going to not be able to talk for at least half an hour, as the telephone lines are going to have to be basically rewired.
Okay, well, we'll send a runner. We'll send a runner down to Mitkovitsa and tell them that they can take up secondary positions at Malinovsky.
Well, he receives the order now, like you're talking to him, but after he moves, he's not going to be able to talk for a while because
that's fine. That's fine.
To rewire the telephone. Yep.
Yeah.
Can you say the latter part of your orders? So again, so what was the artillery or whatever? But basically, what everyone else except the first companies to do.
Yeah. So Second Company is just told to hold their positions and blast anything coming out of Petrovka Woods, and also the commander of the machine gun company will give support from the mortars and the machine guns when necessary.
Right, understood.
Right. So they
do you have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had changed the order, changed the channel. Actually, yeah,
that's all right.
Continue.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done with my orders. I was just kind of talking to myself for the stream. Right. So I think they've definitely got another company coming through at Mitkovitsa. So they haven't got anything here. But they're coming through Mitkovitsa by the looks of things. Maybe even up through this road. So yeah, if we get First Company to fall back to secondary positions, we'll be okay. We hope. We did have Crusader give us a message. I wonder what he's saying. Do I know which meetings in the 1800s? Oh, okay. Well, that's the Red versus Blue campaign, so we can get back to him. So if we did send a runner, that's what, 3. Yeah, that's like 4 miles of running for some poor runner. I wouldn't want to be that runner. Fuck no. Interesting that they haven't come up through the railway line though. At least not yet. Right, so we know in the next half an hour first company should be like that. Silence. Silence is golden. Right, so I think, yeah, I think for definite we know there are avenues of advance now. But I'm wondering if these guys at Villemain will come up north, or whether they'll push us back. Come this way. But this is our heaviest defended bit. So if they do come through here at Lumbee and Petrovka, we'll gun them down. Although that was their first artillery at Mitkovica. So they do probably have a second lot.
Alright, it is 07:15. You don't hear any sounds of explosions. You do hear gunfire in the south. You have received a call from again the 2nd Rifle Company, and they report that the Soviet troops seem to be getting into attack formations and regrouping inside the forest of Petrovka, and that the fighting has reached somewhat of a lull. Also that the 2nd Rifle Company's 3rd Rifle Platoon, which is in the trench line northwest of Gorodatsek and south of Molnika, has informed you that enemy troops have been sighted in the forest just east of Gorodatsek.
Okay, I gotcha. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Just east of Gorodatsek. So, yeah. Ah, right. So these guys were Forsberg. Maybe they were there. I don't know. We'll keep them. We'll keep them there for the moment. Right. And we've also seen something at Gorodatsek. So they'll come through this way as well. So maybe that there. Shift that down there. That looks more likely. Nothing coming through here. I'm obsessed with this fucking railroad.
Did I take your orders already?
No, you haven't taken any orders. But just to clarify, do I still have occupied positions at Gorododzek?
Yeah, you have the third rifle platoon northwest of Gorodatsek in the forest, just
Right.
northwest of it. They haven't been in combat. The only troops that you know of that have changed positions was the rifle platoon
Yeah.
near Petorovka forest.
Okay, that's fine. No further orders. I mean, you know, company commanders will know what to do if they're attacked. That's all good.
All right. It is 07:30. You receive a report from, or you receive a phone call from the second rifle company reporting that the Soviet troops continue shuffling troops around in the Petrovka forest. A few minutes after the phone call, you begin hearing intense sounds of artillery near Molnica, and as you attempt to call to Molnica, you receive no answer from your phone.
Lovely. Okay then. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're shelling Molnica. That's just how it is. But we've still got a machine gun platoon and mortars at Majesty, so they can certainly do the damage, as it were. Well, okay. Second company's just going to have to take it on the chin.
Do you have any orders?
I'm going to do something brave.
Alright.
Okay, I want to order 1st Jaeger of 4th Company to move down past Mizelsina and move on to Ukraina and conduct a spoiling attack.
Understood. Alright, you can assume that there's some delay in sending out orders since
Sure.
they are going by run.
Yeah, bit of an odd order, but I mean, sod it, eh? They weren't doing anything. Let's just chuck a platoon in.
is 0745. You eventually begin hearing the end of the artillery fire to the south, but unfortunately you still haven't been able to get any kind of connection, telephone connection to the branded troops at Molnica. There aren't any sounds of gunfire or anything. Oh yeah, I can give. Oh yeah, and you kind of can see in the distance the friendly first rifle platoon of the 4th Company leave their trenches and start marching southeast in spread out formation.
Poor buggers. I mean, if there's nothing coming from up here, maybe I could even order these guys to take Malame, take it back, but I won't.
Alright, do you have any orders?
No. Just one question though. Is there anything from 1st Company yet? I don't suppose there is.
No, not
Okay.
no.
Alright, no worries. Right, so they're set off. They're probably at Melsina around about now. And they're going to be doing a spoiling attack as these guys eventually come out. Of the woods here. I wonder if these guys have moved up. Probably have. To occupy Mitkovica. We can forget about that. That's not important anymore. Come on. Rubbing things out. Dave Pumphouse. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Right. So we presume that 1st Company's made it out. It would have been easier just to do the bin, but hey ho. Now this poor guy is exposed, but you know, he's kind of covering the retreat of 1st Company. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a smash when it came to a second company receiving that artillery, because that would be a bummer. That's 2 rounds of artillery. I think they're spent as well now. These poor buggers. Okay, they're going to be in Ukraine right now. I wonder if they're going to cause enough damage to stop this attack, or at least slow it down just a tad for second company to pull out of there and pull back. I have a funny feeling that there's going to be a lot of dice. That's a bummer. It's a bummer about first company not being able to. I mean, they should have a radio as well. I would have liked them to have a radio. It's fun. It's fun leading from the back. For anyone who's watching this at a later date, you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to look at screenshots because nothing's changed. So it's just all imagination. This is the best thing about Kriegsspiel, you know, it gets in your head, and yeah, gets in your head, and you have to complete the picture with what information you do have. I mean, obviously nothing much has changed, given the facts that we've given up our forward line of defence. Welcome back.
Okay, it is 0800. Yeah, you received a runner from Malniker informing you that the phone lines have been, phones are dead, and that the command of the second rifle company has been killed in a bombardment. But all the soldiers are getting back into position, and that the Soviets are currently about to attack. And way to the south you can hear loads of gunfire in Molnica, and also you see in the distance the one of the friendly rifle platoons arrive near Ukraine when they disappear into the distance, and begin hearing the sound of gunfire near the location.
Nice.
You also begin hearing sounds of very intense fire to your northeast, quite close, near the friendly positions, near Polenut, Variku, and the railroad southwest of it. You can see the artillery impacts only 500 or so meters away.
Okay. So they are coming up through this way. Nothing from first company yet. Hmm. 500 meters away up there. So those machine gun companies are. I have to put a question mark on them now. Funny how they haven't come in yet.
what are your orders?
So you say second commander is dead. Is there anything from first company at all?
Oh yeah, let's say you just receive a phone call them. They report to you that they relocated their HQ to the trench line near Podlesia, and their troops have left Mitkovica. They have suffered 7 or so casualties to the enemy artillery fire, but are otherwise intact.
Right.
They have not seen any enemy combatants.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, well I want to order then first company to make their way to our last line of defense at what's it called? Pitalova and Bereznuchikal.
Alright.
Yeah, so tell them to move back to Bereznichikal and those trench lines back there, and send a runner to the remnants of second company and tell them to fall back in half an hour. I want them to fall back to their last line of defense at Sitiku, just along the river there. I'll give you a screenshot, so you know.
Yep.
Yeah. You won't confuse things.
Oh yeah, I should note to you again that the commander of the first rifle company is now going to again be out of
Yeah, that's fine.
communication
Yeah,
for a while.
I thought that would be the case.
Yep.
So they haven't come into contact with anybody, so we'll swap these guys out. I thought that they would have been taking that complex at Mitovitska, but it doesn't seem like that's the case, and they were just bombing it, so they didn't get overlooked at Gorodka. But it does look like now there's another one up here. So that got in my head a little bit. But yeah, here comes the attack on the railway. Splendid. Alright, so they're going to be moving back to take up defensive positions there. And then we can maybe make them spread out a bit along the river. And then next turn, I think I am going to have to order the machine guns and everything to Pood. And then we'll just say that's that, I guess, unless the Soviets want to keep pushing. think Second Company will be in a bad way, but they are a little bit spread out. I mean, if you look at it, that's Second Company, that's Second Company. So he's a little bit exposed, but these guys managed to make it out. They probably got bombarded, so they probably lost a few men. So hang on, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yes, that's Second Company. And we've got half an hour, so it's 2 turns for them to retreat. I gave the order at 8, so 8:30 they'll start to pull back. Man, I should have done support missions rather than destruct. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Big fight round, I think. Oh, jeez. Probably need to turn the light on, actually. That might help. Ugh. Do I have time to fill up my tea after that's boiled? I would hope so. And that's... well, I guess we'll have time. He's doing a lot of rolling. That's okay though. Sad that no one's coming to the chat. But hey ho, that's just what it is.
Alright, it is 08:15. The artillery fire to the northeast, a quick artillery barrage in the northeast ends, and you begin hearing sounds of intense rifle fire there. You are then, after 10 or so minutes, you are met by soldiers of the MG company stationed in the northeast, running in a very disorganized fashion towards your location.
Wow.
And you then personally begin seeing through your binoculars Soviet soldiers crossing the swamps and storming the trenches near the railway.
Alright then.
You can see that there, you can see and you can hear from your officers that there's been a clear enemy breakthrough on near the railway in the northeast, and Bolsheviks are currently swarming in with even the mortar platoon to your north, picking up their rifles and beginning to fire from their firing positions at the incoming Soviets.
Wow.
In the southeast, you also can see the MG company's rifle platoon running towards your way, reporting that they did a successful counterattack, but they are currently retreating back. You have received a runner from Molnica, only acknowledging your orders, but nothing else.
Okay.
Continue hearing sounds of intense gunfire there
Nice.
in the south.
Sweet. Man, so an artillery hit caused these guys to dart. Man. Ouch. Well, the only thing is to take the signals company and... I mean, they're both communications companies, I think. So, if we flip... What is that? Just a light platoon for staff, I guess. We're gonna have to set up positions at Pood. By the looks of things. Either that or make it to Sitaku. Yeah, we'll make a run for it to Sitaku. There's no point holding Poo. Although, I mean, it's a road. They'd be wandering right into town. Yeesh. So he says that this rifle battalion, they did conduct that spoiling attack, but now they're retreating back. So yeah, we'll probably say they've lost a few men. They might save us if they jump into these trenches. Maybe. the MG company there, and I'll stick myself at Sitaku.
Right, do you have any orders?
Yeah, I am writing them in. Basically, while that's loading, I want the signals company and the command company and everything else, well, the signals platoon, to fall back and set up a HQ at Sitaku with myself, and the MGs will have to fall back across the river at Pood and take up positions at Caviste.
Alright, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Alright, so by now, yeah, it is 8:15. So yeah, we've hung out second company to dry a bit, but by now first company should be back here. This guy has probably got a bit of Overwatch at Gorodsky. Bit of a weak one, but there's lots of angry Soviets, combat veterans of Leningrad, and you'll just have to make and hope that these boys set up a second, well, our last line of defense, and if we have to, we'll pull in some rifles from the artillery battery. Actually, I should lay down smoke. Smoke, of course. Damn. Ugh, smoke. Totally forgot about that smoke. Never mind. Maybe these guys will fall back with them. I imagine they will. boys. Go back here. What did you think of my defense? Was it any good? Please leave a comment if you've got this far in the video at a later date and tell me what you think. Even if it's months, years down the line, I'm sure I'll get back to you. And I'm sure I'll read it. More to the point. And have we kept most of the battalion intact? Well, second company's fucked. We know that. First company's alright, but the machine gun company, yeah, iffy. You know? Have we inflicted enough damage on the Soviets to make it matter? But yeah, this move, I knew it was coming at some point, but that was a big push. That artillery strike really did us in. I do wonder if there's any tanks coming up this road. It's a possibility. I mean, what's these guys attacking through marshland? I mean, really? Phew. What's that? I mean, shit. Shit, the bed. Look at that. Fucking hell. That's a lot of men. That's okay. They're broken. One of these. I mean, I think they're both gone. I think they're both goners. Okay, he's routed. Oh, right. So that's one of them gone, and one of them routed. So if they do make it back, that's it. It's got to this little platoon here to maybe put in some fire on the side to slow them down a bit. Damn. So what's that? Fourth company. So they have 4 companies worth of guys. At least. But I think we did an okay job. I mean, for what it is. You could probably argue the toss about this spoiling attack and throwing men away, but I wanted to be testing out stupid stuff. Hell, maybe he might even call the game now. He's taken my first two lines of defence. Does he have the strength to go for another?
Alright, it is 08:30. You basically order Sabelina to be evacuated, and your troops begin leaving the position and then picking up their signal equipment and logistics equipment as the rear line. Troops begin moving out. Many of the troops are still on the way, and the Soviets are hot on their heels as the motor platoon of the machine gun company of all platoons seems to be making a heroic stand, fighting tooth and nail, firing out of their trenches with only rifles, might you say, as they are not issued with a single machine gun.
Excellent.
Still, you can hear intense gunfire in the northeast, and your troops are hot on their and the Soviets are hot on their heels, basically chasing and trying to race against the clock as they try to catch your men before they are able to retreat. You're currently not in communications with any telephone communications with anyone at the moment, and you really haven't received any runners at all either.
Okay, that's fair. Right, so we are here. My men trying to do what they can. These guys 15 minutes ago were still here, but as it's 8:30, everyone now should be retreating, gone. So yeah. Balls. What's that green? Oh, what's the green one mean? I wonder. No, that's not 1, 2, 3. So we could just check the rules. This one. They are entrenched, yeah. Okay. But it looks like, yeah, this company has made it across the river here, so at least that's something. They'll maybe start to rally. But that's a pretty beaten up company. So maybe when they get to Sablina, maybe they'll be exhausted.
Alright, do you have any orders?
Yes. Oh no, actually no, that's not going to work. So basically, all all my orders are for every unit to fall back to the last line of defense now. What I might do, so this what's it called, the light infantry Kollingzug, is that just like staff platoon, or
You mean uh, the light infantry Kollenzug? It's basically the logistics guys. They got
the
the
logistics
food.
guys?
They're
Okay.
they're cooks and mechanics.
Okay, well we'll get them to move up to Pood and say that they are to guard that crossing with their life, with the assistance of 4th Company, 1st Jaeger, and that machine gun platoon. And I also want to send a runner all the way to 1st Artillery Battery and say that I need reinforcements, and I want their gunnery crews to grab a rifle and start running down the road to come and help us.
Alright, understood.
Right, I had to leave those guys out to dry, although I did say every unit, so maybe they might retreat. I don't know. But we'll say everybody. Comes along here. I do imagine now that as it was 8:30, everybody's now starting to fall back. Whether he'll go that way, I don't know, but I think he's probably he'll want to go that way because there's a crossing here. Yeesh. They've probably taken Molnica by now. And we know there's another company there. So we'll see. We'll see how many men I saved. Maybe they'll make it to here and come and rescue us. So it's about 2 hours since I started streaming. I think with my general fallback order, stuff would be by now, I would think, starting to wrap up. Although maybe he wants to see what this guy at Savalina will do, or maybe we'll be unlucky and we'll get another artillery strike at Pood. Maybe. Poor buggers. Oh. Oh, 8:45. Oh, another artillery. Yeah, I knew it. Another artillery. And the remnants of second are falling back as well. Here we go. Let's have a look. Ouch. It's a poor day to be a cook. Ugh.
Okay, it's 08:45. Your rear echelon troops have gotten into the benches next to your location. In the south, you're able to see some friendly troops of the 2nd Company and the Machine Gun Company withdrawing towards your location with quite reduced manpower. To the north, you can hear and see artillery impacts around the river crossing near Pood, as friendly troops are crossing it and taking positions. In the northeast, you continue hearing sounds of intense rifle fire, and you basically also been continuing hearing sounds of intense rifle fire near Molnica constantly. You receive a runner from the 3rd Machine Gun Platoon and the 3rd Motor Platoon, who are at Megiste, and they report that they are still in their position and they have been firing southwards at the Soviet troops constantly.
Ah. Well, that's a bummer. So he's saying that there's right, 3rd. They're still there. The 3rd machine gun still there. So that means that this guy is this guy. Maybe these guys are going to be back here too. Maybe we've lost this guy. Ouch. Just ouch.
Alright, do you have any orders?
Send that runner back to 3rd MG and 3rd Mortar and tell them to fall back across the river at Slisova. And that's it.
Alright.
Ooh. What a bummer. What a bummer. So let's do a sit rep here. So these, they might come back. This guy, he's going to make it back with these two beaten up rifles. This guy, unknown. This guy, if he's coming from there, will make it back, we hope. This guy's gone. This guy, he's not there anymore and in a pitiful state. The cooks and what's maybe left of these guys are holding, only just, but now they're definitely coming to get us. Just gotta wonder, are they spent? Or are they gonna have a nice column of tanks come up and smash us at Pitolovka?
Okay, how about Pumphouse? Let's say that the Soviet attack in the north pauses and you receive you've received 2 platoons worth of reinforcements
Yay!
from Magister. How do you reorient your troops? Or do you do any changes?
Oh, so they've come back from Majesty, have they?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I want an MG. I'll send you, I mean, I can send you a screenshot as best as I have it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'll sort myself out. So, what about those guys coming from the artillery battery? Do we know what's happened to them?
You
Not here yet.
you
Okay.
don't really receive anything.
Right.
Yeah, and there's probably like the whole division is under attack, so you're probably like
Yeah. No
there
worries.
might be some uneven worse spot.
I'll send you a position. Man. It's been a brutal 3 hours. I don't know, I think we did all right. because my internet is so crap, I think it interrupted the stream as well. So that's really nice. But it's nice that they actually made it out. But I think they're going to be out of ammo for certain. That's right, we lost second company commander, didn't we? Boom, he's gone. Maybe fourth still around though. And these two rifle companies can watch the bridge. I mean, maybe I should have shifted first company up, but I'm still worried about a bit of a lefty. Poor old Mrs. Pumphouse, moaning about her hair. Yeah, not much I can do now. Wish I could help her out, but I'm sure she looks amazing. Right. So that definitely means that they've still got it in them to launch another attack. So so we can't rely on these boys. He's going to be asking them, how do you want to assault? How do you want to get rid of these guys on the other side of the river? Yeah, these poor buggers are very beaten up.
Guys, okay, so we're about to reach the end of the game before we take a fog of war. Soviet commanders, how do you think you're doing right now?
I'm very
hope
confused.
it's either really good or really fucking bad. I either have the enemy on the run now, or I'm getting flanked and my assault will get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm very confused because I was told the assault on Malinka has failed catastrophically, and then I was told by the defense line at Megiste, and then I was told what is if this attack was successful and there were no enemies at Megiste. So I'm not quite sure what to think now. But otherwise, if the attack failed, then it's not looking so great.
Okay, Germans, Dave from Pumphouse, how do you think the Germans are doing right now?
Well, we're obviously under a lot of stress. We are under a lot of pressure. We always knew that we would be, but perhaps at the very last, our third line of defence may just hold with a favourable dice roll up in the north. I think we'll have to see.
I think that's not a favourable dice roll, but brave troops.
Yeah. Okay, why can't I... Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna...
So what have my allies done in the middle of the map? They never sent me any messages.
I sent you some messages. Or I tried at least.
Yeah, you sent me like, do you need help? But nothing what you were doing.
We were failing an attack on Malinka.
But why have you attacked there? I thought the plan was to break through in the north before.
Yeah, we
I thought the plan was only to make a conversion attack on Malinka. So I think we are gonna attack there.
Okay guys, so we're gonna end the game here, and we're gonna do like umpiring together to see if I think there would be like one more Soviet attack for this last event.
What's the name of the table?
We're gonna, it's IKS Kriegsspiel umpire. Password is Kriegsspiel, and I posted a link to in general as well, so you can join that way. And also, I'm gonna stream the game. Ways can I open my game, please? Okay. Whoa, I'm like really laggy for some reason. Okay, there we go. So this is the current situation at what time it is. It is 08:45, so 2 hours and 45 minutes since the offensive began. Currently, the Germans have pulled out. Finally, they've been gradually pulling out of Molnica, and the Soviet troops have finally been able to take the village with very heavy casualties. And in the north, the Soviet attack has been ordered to be to halt, and the Soviets are basically reorganizing their troops. And the Soviet and Germans are going to be able to use this time to as well to reorganize their troops. So I'm gonna throw some German units, basically defensive position, something that I think they would take. Yeah, let's put them over. Okay, let's put them over there here. And so so we're gonna basically like umpire together the last offensive of the game, so we can have. We don't need to think about what if this continued or anything, but we're gonna continue it together. So let's see first the situation with the Soviets. So the Soviets said that just one they were, as I understood, the Soviets were kind of surprised they took Monica, since the battle over there wasn't going that favorably. The Soviets have taken quite a few casualties. They have basically some companies that are basically destroyed.
Yeah.
But they do have some companies that are in better shape and can participate in the oncoming offensive, as I understood the Soviets basically wanted to regroup for the attack in the north. Also, holy crap, my game has like frozen and I am unable to move anywhere.
Oh yeah, it's timed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, okay, I think my game just
Yeah, it just crashed.
okay, my game just crashed. What the heck?
It happens. It's TTS, you know.
Lots of pieces on the table, so okay, I'm gonna rehost the game. Oh, I'm gonna restart my game, of course. And then we're gonna basically do the last rows to see if the German rear echelon troops are going to be able to hold the Ood River crossing against the Soviet onslaught. The German troops at the Ood River crossing don't really have really pre-built trench lines really at that location, so it's going to be quite a weak spot for them, unfortunately. So it might not go that well for the Germans. Okay, there we go. I'm loading the save now.
What's the password?
Kriegsspiel.
Can you post it in general?
Yeah, it's in general as well. Yeah, I need to repost the link to that link. I mean to this server again. 1 sec. There we go. Now the link has been reposted. And I am going to. I'm gonna wait for the game save to load first before I stream. Okay, there we go. Okay, the game is being streamed, so again, I'm gonna move some pieces according to how I think they would be. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, let's just smack all of them over there, since that's where the Soviets are concentrating their troops anyway, so I think they would like more. And now let's... Okay, so we got the... the Soviet first wave is going to be the Soviet troops here, since the Soviets are on a tight schedule and they want to continue advancing as soon as they can. And these guys in the south are basically reorganizing their troops after they've been fighting for so long. So there we go. And the next reinforcements that are gonna go into this attack are going to be the Soviet 1st Rifle Company in Vaslava, since they are relatively fresh. And the Soviet player in the north spoke of doing a mortar barrage before they attack, so we're gonna roll for their mortars. So let's do first to see if the mortars do any damage. So there we go. All right. Okay. I have to think if this is a disadvantage situation. Okay, I don't think there's really disadvantage, because these guys don't even have any trenches and their mortars know where they are, so that guy is going to be suppressed. There we go. And this other guy is unfortunately going to be suppressed as well, and this guy isn't going to be suppressed. Alright, and now let's roll for the combat. So unfortunately we got 2 German pieces which aren't going to be able to roll for turn because they suppressed. and then we have all these Soviet units coming in to join the fight.
What a wave.
Yeah. What a wave. Okay. There we go. Do you want to Do you want to lead from the front, commander of the battalion? Which battalion is this? This is the third.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, there you go. You're gonna be in the front ranks also. So we're gonna get you a commander die.
Lead our brave troops to victory, please.
What is the commander die? Is it like
You're going to basically be able to boost your troops. Like you're going to be able to make them fight more effectively, or you are going to die.
oh?
So
What's the Soviet equivalent of a Purple Heart?
no, we're gonna find out. I'm not sure if there is one. Oh, you're not
Well,
gonna
there's a
roll
20,
it.
there's a 19, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, you rolled an extra roll. Holy crap! What an inspiring commander. So you got to one unit gets to roll another die. There you go. All right, so let's start with the Germans. Okay,
Not
I
good.
say the Germans. They don't have any disadvantage. They're in a good position. They just need to sit and shoot. Meanwhile, the Soviets have disadvantage level 1 because they need to cross this river. Maybe not a disadvantage level 2 situation because most of these German units are rear echelon troops, so they're not like the most good units. So disadvantage level 1 needs to be surpassed for the Soviets to roll, and none for and anything is good for the Germans. So let's start. So we got this guy. The mortar men are using their rifles, and they are going to do 2 hits. And there we go. That means one Soviet unit has been, let's say that they're routed off the field. So we got like 10 Soviet men just died over there. Okay, and another one, another hit by another mortar unit. Okay, hit and a suppress. Let's just count suppress as a hit because we oh, actually no, let's not count it as a hit. So let's just do that normally. So there you go. And then we got 2 times hit on 1 unit. Let's do that both for that unit, so they are routed off the field. And then we got the Soviets. So we got the Soviets. They do a hit. They do a hit. Hit if enemy suppressed. They do a hit to that guy then. And they do a hit to this guy. Whoa, the Soviets are okay, but that is no disadvantage, so that doesn't do anything. That is a pretty good roll. They do a hit. Hit if enemy suppressed. Oof. Looks like the logistics troops are going to be routed off the field.
Yeah, I had to throw in the cooks to make it work.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the infantrymen are going to be routed off the field as well, unfortunately. And then we got, okay, that is a hit as well. Oh, so they are going to, let's have them completely kill the mortar man. Alright, and now let's put the Soviets a bit, let's make them look cool so they move up a bit. Alright, and let's again roll for the, let's do another set of rolls. Plop, plop, plop. Oh, this guy doesn't get to roll because he's suppressed. And then the disadvantage.
What about my mortars?
Your mortars fired already, so
Okay.
they used up all of the ammunition. Okay, and now let's do another set of rolls. Alright, the commander did nothing, he didn't get shot or anything. Okay. Yeah, let's start with the Germans, that's a bit more fun. Okay, they did a hit. They did a suppression and a hit. They did 2 hits. So let's have these guys get routed off the field. These guys did a hit, oof. These guys did a suppress, oof. These guys No, they didn't get a hit because no disadvantage, and these guys did a hit. Oh man. Okay, Germans are pretty much on the edge right now.
Mm.
Okay, and there we go. We got. Oh yeah, the commander dies. Well. Okay, they've been fighting for now 45 minutes. This is the last assault. Oh my god, what an inspiring commander again. He gets an extra roll. Oh, and hit if enemy suppressed. This guy... Oh, actually, this is an old suppression. He's not... No, wait, he is suppressed still, yeah. These guys are killed. Oh, and okay, well, there isn't another unit that is suppressed. And that was the extra roll. No disadvantage, so that doesn't hit. Friendly unit gets 1 disruption, so these guys just... these Soviet guys basically just had their commanding platoon officer get killed, so they are a bit disorganized, and then these guys get a hit. Oh man, these guys are dead as well. Now we got and alright, and we got there's a suppression and a hit.
The mortar platoon
And
would
there
get
is-
overrun by now, surely.
Yeah. Yeah, and there is okay, and now we got one German unit. Need to delete these old suppressions because they only last for a turn. Blop, blop, blop. Okay, we got we got the last remaining mortar platoon defending bravely. Okay, that doesn't do a hit. Oh, they only do disruption for themselves. Oh, they didn't do anything? Okay, wait, we need to still do the commander. To see what happens to him. Okay, nothing. Commander does nothing. Alright, the mortar platoon deals 2 damage. Plop. Plop. They take those guys down with them. Okay, but these guys are no longer pinned. Okay, so now we go. And these guys can't row anymore, they are too disorganized. Will the mortar platoon do it? So we got the command, there we go.
No,
Okay,
the odds are
one-
stacked against it.
Okay. Okay, alright, he got he did 2 hits. Okay, so plop. Plop, let's deal them both, these guys. Okay, and... Okay, no hit, no disadvantage. Okay, he got -1 disadvantage for something, but... that doesn't do anything. Okay, defense level 0, that doesn't do anything. No disadvantage, didn't do anything. Okay, but he gets disrupted, so he can only fight for 1 more turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So right now we have all okay. It all comes down to these guys. Okay, nothing. Commander is fine. Oh, but this guy gets a hit
Yeah.
on this guy. Oh, but well, he gets a hit as well. He kills these guys. Okay, so I guess the Germans are able to defend. They're able to blunt the Soviet offensive here, but they themselves are basically in no fit fighting condition
Yeah.
after this, so they just run away. So probably the next Soviet offensive is going to be able to break through, unfortunately. Oh, we still got all these troops over here, so maybe they are able to do some kind of last stand. They're going to be able to retreat. Yeah, the Germans still have like a company's worth of men, so maybe they are going to be able to defend at the next line of defense. But that's up for their next wave of attack too, right? But yeah. So the Soviets finally break through in the north, but they have suffered quite heavy casualties, and it was always stacked against the favor of the Germans. So yeah, now we can quickly go over what happened in the battle. So I'm gonna just quickly do it, and then everyone can talk. So basically, the Soviets focused all of their troops over here, in Vaslamakva, they took their position quite well. The Soviets were under German artillery fire in the Petrovka forest, and this one Soviet German unit deployed in these trenches was able to as well do some quite a lot of damage. They basically lost like 2 platoons. The Soviets lost 2 platoons here in this battle.
Nice.
The Soviets then continued their advance to Molnica, which they bombarded with artillery, but the artillery was unfortunately ineffective because the Germans were heavily entrenched, and basically the fighting there developed into the first Soviet wave of attack into Molnica was destroyed before it even reached the village. In the north, the Soviets bombarded the German positions near Polanud Variku very heavily with artillery, and were able to melt basically one of the German German machine gun platoons holding the area. So the artillery there was very effective. The German Soviets were then able to punch through there, and the situation became quite bad, and the Germans were forced to begin pulling out. The Soviets threw in their next wave towards Molnica, and the situation inside the village basically developed into a house-to-house close quarters fighting, but the Germans were able to continue pulling out of their forces, and the Soviets continued suffering heavy losses there. And the German troops in Magista had been able to basically continue firing on the Soviet troops that were attacking towards Molnica all the time, and were able to pull out in peace. Eventually, though, the Soviet battalion in the north was able to achieve a very good breakthrough, although they were stopped by a lone mortar platoon, which was basically holding back the whole battalion, while the rest of the friendly troops retreated across the river.
What kind of mortar troops do the Germans have?
I don't know.
Good ones.
Yeah, they were good ones, let's say.
They were good ones. I guess so.
Yeah, they were eventually overrun by the Soviets, but they were able to delay them long enough for the Germans to retreat across the river. And the Soviets then, in the south, were forced to basically reorganize and rest their forces after such bloody fighting for Molnica. And in the north, the Soviet troops stopped their attack to reorganize their forces as well, which gave the Germans more time to prepare their troops for the incoming attack. Unfortunately, though, the German troops in the sector are mostly made up of rear echelon troops and quite spent units which have been fighting for most of the day, so the German Soviets were eventually able to break through. But yeah. So yeah, in this game everyone commanded a battalion. I haven't hosted a game where everyone commands a battalion instead of a company before, and I don't think I'm gonna maybe do that again, because I think it was a bit too much for most people to command that many units, and it also was a bit difficult moving so many units around by yourself. So yeah, by myself. But yeah, let's now go to the players. So Dave Pumphouse, what did you think of the battle?
Yeah, I thought it was a really cool scenario. It had me double and triple guessing, you know, where you guys were and where you were coming in for your main punch. I think I probably guessed that your main punch was coming through Petrovka quite early. I was expecting you to be on the railroad quicker than you were, and which is why, in like turn 1 or turn 2, I ordered an artillery barrage on it in effort to try and maybe catch you guys there. I was also expecting maybe a company to come through at Gorahava, because I had that covered as well. But then I had to basically order them to move out and fall back in order
Where's
to
that?
down here. I'm a spectator, so I can't ping. But I mean, the wavy hand down here, if you can see it, just straight south of Molnica along the river. I was expecting you to maybe, yeah,
There, yeah.
yeah, have some guys come across there. I'm glad you didn't, but I mean, it did mean that I didn't get to use one of my companies. But yeah, it was interesting to see how you attacked, and you know, I did my best to try and defend with as few casualties as I could. But I mean, up in the north, it really fell apart quite quickly. Yeah, but no, well done. What did you think of my defense?
It was over so fast for me. I only had the attack, which was going better than I expected. Maybe I should have continued my advance, but I was not informed about what happened in the south. So I think I thought the troops that you retreated across the river were actually reinforcements coming to flank me. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
So that's why I halted my advance.
Alright, yeah. Major Muffin, what did you think of the game?
First of all, I think our last player had to leave, and he said to me that he wrote in some channel, which he didn't specify closer, his thoughts to the game. Maybe he meant his second battalion channel. Not 100% sure, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't see his in any of the player channels list or in direct discussion.
But from what I could gather, just to quickly say what I think he thought was that it was a bit of chaos in the beginning, and that goes for me as well, because it was our first Kriegsspiel. Yeah, that was a bit of chaos, and we took very long to plan because we've never done that, and were confused about this artillery barrage. But once we took the Vas-la-Main and things moved from there, it was very fun. I really got the picture of not knowing what was going on, and yeah, the attack at Molinka was an interesting meat grinder.
Yeah.
Where a lot of attacks and counterattacks occurred. Yeah, I was quite surprised once we took it, because it looked a long time like we were not able to make it. But or at least I never figured out that the Germans were pulling back to a third line of defense behind the, I don't know what river, the river where they are positioned now. I don't know if I can draw here. And we thought they were still, or at least I thought they were still between Sabellina and Megiste, and also I was suspecting troops coming from Vista to make a pincer attack maybe, because I hadn't really an estimation of the enemy strength, which was quite nice, because that is what commanders don't always have in the field. So it was very fun, but the beginning was a bit confusing. At least I had the impression that we didn't really know what we were supposed to do and how long we should take our time for that. But otherwise it was good.
Yeah, it was really confusing in the beginning because we didn't exactly know how our artillery works. like if we could order them to shoot at a certain target at any given time, or if we have to like give a certain time area where we are going to launch our attack. And that's why we were so generous in our original assumptions about when we were attacking. Like, my attack in the north originally was supposed to begin like 4 hours after the game has started. Because we wanted to bring our troops into a position that be safe, that the artillery barrage is not launched for. So
Yeah.
we definitely need some more experience to figure out how fast units are able to move.
And how many units actually are on the field. I mean, we had the Order of Battle and the counters, but we really underestimated our frontage or combat width. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get that gets better once we have done a few more rounds. So thank you for your patience with us, Artovsky.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
thanks.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, this was there's no, that was a bit more too harsh. It is like pretty complicated scenario. Usually the people who create the battle plan for this have been playing for a long time, and they usually have a few days to do it. I tried to have this game done, the plan done before the game, but we really didn't have time, so. But yeah, it was a bit messy, but sometimes I guess war is messy, I guess. But yeah.
Certainly
All
is.
good.
Yeah. Like at the first hour or like the first turn, when our artillery started firing, I was like, oh fuck, there's no way we will accomplish anything. I was like so demotivated. I was like, oh, this is going to be a massacre. Now we are without smoke and we have to storm this hill. Oh no.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And again, a pre-planned artillery barrage of the Soviets was mismanaged.
Yeah.
I hope it caused some confusion though. I mean, if we ourselves were confused, that was I
Yeah.
think we also have to be confused. Yeah, but I definitely learned a lot about artillery timetables.
For the future, yeah.
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 I will say though, even though, if you want to see how things looked from my perspective, I did record this one again, so
Oh no.
yeah. So if you want to at any point check out the video, you can.
Yeah, I posted it in general. There you go.
Oh, nice.
So how many German troops were on the northern flank?
Half a company to begin with, and then I shoved in cooks and mechanics as best as I could to hold the line.
Okay.
Yeah, initially in the very first line of defense, there was one platoon each, and one of them got destroyed by the artillery barrage. So it was one platoon defending against the whole battalion of infantry, supported by mortars, and then after that it was one particularly heroic mortar platoon defending against the whole battalion supported by mortars.
I'll find
So-
a surviving member of that mortar platoon and give him the Iron Cross. I think he deserves it.
He's got an Iron Cross on his grave, all right. So.
I said surviving member.
Yeah.
Anyone up for another game of Kriegsspiel? I'm running one, and if do with another player.
Yeah,
I suppose,
Oh,
if
I'll
you wanna
fucking
do
go
one
in.
game.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Yeah, this is
Double-
over. Yeah,
double
let's let
bill.
everyone go. Yeah, everyone go play and play the Trails game. Thanks for playing in the World War II one. Now you can go back in time to the Franco-Prussian War.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, it's the
Players?
Red versus Blue War of 1862.
Nice.
We're replaying. But if you want to join the red team or blue team, I suppose, if anyone's interested,
Yeah.
it'll just be a quick sort of, well, originally 1v1, but now 1v2 or whatever. But yeah.
Sweet.
Unfortunately, I have to get something to eat now, so I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
time.
fine. Yeah.
Alright. Well,
I
thanks
don't
for the
really
game,
expect,
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully, yeah.
Thank